Let's listen to the sample on All Boys Aren't Blue.
Okay.
There's an audiobook sample.
Why?
But you got to do a 1, 2, 3 on it.
I don't want to listen to this.
I mean,
do you know what it says?
For research purposes. It says it's for teens and young adults. So
where's the link?
Just search All Boys Aren't Blue and it's the Audible link. It's just like so demoralized.
No, but I don't want to listen to it if it's boring. It's probably going to be super boring.
Well, we can always stop it if it's too boring. I mean, we'll just read the summary. In a series of personal essays, prominent journalist and LGBTQIA plus activist George M. Johnson explores his childhood, adolescence, and college years in New Jersey and Virginia. From the memories of getting his teeth kicked out by bullies.
Let's listen to the... Wait. Let's listen to the audio.
Did you listen to some of it?
That was the first 10 seconds.
Is it funny?
Well, you'll see why it's banned.
Refresh the page. 3. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
How the baby will truly turn out. In our society, a person's sex is based on their genitalia. That decision is then used to assume a person's gender as boy or girl, rather than a spectrum of identities that the child should be determining for themselves. Nowadays, we are assigning gender even before birth.
No!
We have become socially conditioned to participate in the gendering of children at the earliest possible moment.
Should be banned from the school.
Whenever a sonogram can
gender ideology garbage.
It's pretty much straight gender ideology.
Yes.
Isn't it?
No wonder it's banned. God.
Wait, this is just straight science, Sitch.
Oh, I forgot.
This isn't an ideological cult or anything. This is normal science, okay?
I know.
How dare we start we're gendering these kids before they're even born.
I know. Exactly. It's just when that's a really bad like reader. Oh, it's the guy who wrote the book. That's why his voice. He's just reading it very weird. Like I don't know. I would like to listen to the whole thing, but I'm afraid we get hit with a copyright if we listen to it.
Well, at least we know now.
Yeah, no. So look, fuck.
These are just ideas. Can you imagine?
This was the sample clip. That shows
exactly.
10 seconds into it. They're like, everyone should be able to choose their gender as a child. Like, oh my god. Stop.
There's as much science between this gender, as much science supporting this gender ideology stuff as like the measuring of the skulls for race and IQ. It's like this shouldn't be promoted in libraries as some sort of scientific fact. Yeah.
No, not at all. Yeah, this should be in the same realm as someone pushing like creationism. Essentially.
Yeah, totally.
That's what it should be, yeah.
Yes.
So are you in favor of this humor? Because it's teaching gender ideology.
Look, is that anything close to the summary that I read?
Yeah, I mean, essentially.
None of that was in the summary.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, the summary is kind of has even worse stuff. It talks about someone's first sexual relationship. Like it's like a young kid's first sexual relationship.
Both a primer for teens eager to be allies, as well as a reassuring testimony of a young queer male of color. All Boys Aren't Blue covers topics such as gender identity, toxic masculinity, brotherhood, family structure, structural marginalization, consent, and black joy.
Well, I told you in the Wikipedia summary, it said it features statutory rape. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, so, okay. JMac, our surrogate father for $20 says, talking about his wife, she works on an air base as a librarian. They have tons of activities there for young airmen and families. They regularly get 90 participants for their summer reading program and make a corner with laser etchings and 3D printings, etc. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But that is also on a military base. So it might be a little different than like a normal public library, but that does sound cool.
Military base. Well, the military leans conservative.
Right.
Well, sometimes I say that and people freak out. How dare you say that? The military's all progressives. They're all talking about gender ideology on their breaks.
Well,
Aren't
I remember
you
there
glad
was
we looked up that clip? Oh man.
like years. Yeah, I know. That was a good find. Like years ago, there was a big controversy because like at a bunch of Air Force bases, I think they
Mhm.
were pushing soldiers to watch The Passion of the Christ or something. Like the soldiers came in and there were like all these there were placemats on the cafeteria tables for like The Passion of the Christ or something for you to like eat your meal on. It was really weird.
Oh, they were going full Jesus.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's pretty strange. Anyway,
Anyway,
hit it up.
here is this. This is the kind of stuff that Wisecrack condones in the school library. Just ideas, guys. Just regular old ideas. Step right up. Get your new ideas right here.
Particularly its history of enslavement and occupation in ways that might undermine patriotism. These days, the second camp is largely using a fear-mongering interpretation of critical race theory to justify their attempts to ban books.
The guy who just used clips of the fucking Nazi Holocaust
Yes.
is lecturing us on fear mongering. Sitch.
Yep.
Please.
Yep.
Please. Are we bringing up clips of Hitler? Who is fear mongering here?
We should have we should intersplice clips of Wisecrack talking with like Hitler making speeches.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Here's a video of Wisecrack speaking in front of a microphone to a large audience. Here's a video of Hitler speaking in front of a microphone to a large audience. Don't they look similar?
This whole, oh my God. The hypocrisy is painful.
And punish teachers. PEN America, an organization that advocates for the freedom of expression, assembled an index of school book bans to track trends about which books have been targeted over a recent 9-month period. The results were instructive. 41% had protagonists or prominent secondary characters of color, and 22% directly addressed race and racism. A third of books
To Kill a Mockingbird. Are you telling me To Kill a Mockingbird is banned?
So it was actually funny.
Who banned To Kill a Mockingbird?
Well, that's a good question. So To Kill a Mockingbird was banned. It was actually banned, but it was banned by leftists
No way.
because they had the N-word in it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Because some school districts would use. There was some book about racism. I forget what it was called, where like some parents complained because it had profanity and like parents arguing with their. I mean, kids arguing with their parents and calling their parents names, and someone was like, "I don't like this. He's insulting parents." And so they replaced it with To Kill a Mockingbird. And then another district banned To Kill a Mockingbird because it had the N-word in it, and sensitive snowflakes were complaining about it.
books explicitly addressed queer themes or had queer protagonists. 1/4 contained sexual content ranging from sexual encounters to information about puberty, sex, or relationships. And 25% were history books, biographies, or featured themes about rights and...
Ibram X. Kendi, I see there.
Yeah, good. No, but so it's
It's
stupid.
just like, good, ban that book.
Right, but it's stupid because he's throwing us out here like, see, this is proof that the bannings are because of, bigotry. It's like, well, or here's another explanation. Could it be that these books that shouldn't really be taught in school are only being pushed in these schools because some woke asshole is like, oh, this is a book about, race issues, or this is a book about LGBT issues, but also ignoring all the things that make it, not suitable for children. That's why it's being taught in the first place.
Yeah,
because
that's exactly
it has that
what's
theme
going
in
on.
it. Right. Because it has that theme in it, some idiot activist is willing to overlook, the inappropriate stuff in it for kids.
They're like, this is an author of color, but it's got hardcore pornography in there. But it's an author of color.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And then they put it in a chart and they say, see, this shows that they're bigots.
Yeah, exactly.
Book banning today is about censoring experiences that fall outside of white heterosexual norms.
Like fucking pedophilia, you bastard. Stop stopping me, Sitch. He keeps walking into the fucking rake here.
I know.
Why does he keep doing this?
It's a rake.
Right.
On the other end of that rake is a rainbow dildo. And he just steps on it and just slaps him in the face every time.
Why does he keep doing that? Listen, bestiality falls outside of sexual norms. Necrophilia falls outside of sexual norms.
Should we have books on bestiality?
Yeah, exactly.
Cannibalism?
You fucking moron. You fucking moron.
Well, and if one of these organizations was actually like trying to be honest, which none of them are, what they would do is they would say, okay, do these schools feature books that are about straight white people, and they're totally fine with straight white people raping,
of course they,
each other,
not.
and
of
having all these themes.
Aren't.
Right. That would be the only way to actually prove their case. Because if there were a bunch of books about white people doing all this horrific shit, and that was fine, and people only complain when it's black people or gay people, then you would have an argument, and then I'd say, oh wow, okay, they're totally right. But they don't do that.
No.
And I doubt that that's the case on top of it, but
yeah, they want to get the sexual content out.
Yes.
And especially if it's, dealing with rape or incest or pedophilia or necrophilia or bestiality, for heaven's sakes.
Well, I said Brave New World is banned, which is crazy. That has nothing to do with woke. Like, it's nothing to do with wokeness. Oh.
Well, they do. I could see social justice warriors going crazy over Brave New World because they have like the indigenous people's zoo that they go and watch the people.
Yeah, but it's not a good thing.
Okay, but they don't know that. Come on.
Well, I mean, maybe woke people would be anti Brave New World because Brave New World is like pretty anti progress too.
I just think they can't really be mature about that kind of stuff.
Right.
There's a bunch of elites that this guy takes a girl like on a date to a regular people reservation or something like that, where they're going to watch the native people.
Yeah.
It screams like, bougie.
Bougie commie.
It does. That book is weird.
It's a great book, but it is very strange. Yeah. Huxley's based.
I want all of the norms that I follow to be those that Jerry Seinfeld experiences. Nowhere is this more true than in prison, where book review committees decide which books incarcerated people are allowed access to. Jessica Phoenix.
Oh my God, he's going to bat for the incarcerated people.
I mean, I think it's weird, like adults in prison can't read books. That's strange to me, but who cares?
They don't want to give them pedo books. My God.
Well, okay, I guess you're right.
They're fucking jacking off to him and shit.
Okay.
What the fuck?
You're right. Don't give the criminals any books about rape or pedophilia. I agree with that one.
Sylvia, a formerly incarcerated trans woman of color and writer, has detailed how the carceral system...
That's not a trans woman of color. What's happening here?
Well, maybe it's a trans color thing.
Oh, I see.
I mean, if you say trans woman of color, that could be...
What's the trans part? You assume it's her gender, but maybe it was her color.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like...
Maybe she's like Rachel Dolezal,
Well, you don't know because
she's
technically Rachel Dolezal is a trans woman of color.
That's right.
Yeah.
Has been restricting access to ideas by banning certain topics or books from prison libraries, even when prisoners bought those books themselves. Sylvia argues...
Look, you're incarcerated. What the fuck? This is so basic.
What is I brought the article because I'm curious. They say what the books were that were banned.
Books can change lives. Frantz Fanon's Wretched of the Earth is one book that changed my life. Fanon says, we must elevate the people, expand their minds, equip them, differentiate them, and humanize them. To do this, we must access ideas and language through literature. I resist the dehumanization that prisons create, which is further maintained by unjust censorship.
This says nothing. Like, he's not even really presenting the argument why they ban certain books from prisoners. Like, if he's making it sound like the prisoners wanted to read the Bible and they were like, no, there's killing in here. You can't read the Bible. It's like,
okay, I don't fucking understand this person. Okay, this is a trans lady.
right.
Someone after she got out of prison, she had to go meet, with a custody officer once a week.
Probation officer.
Yeah, it says custody officer, but yeah, I guess it'd be like a probation officer. And she says, I remember walking into the office. I looked great and I was feeling myself. And the community custody officer looked at me and said, excuse me, you need to wear a bra. And then they get all pissed off that they asked them to wear a bra. Wouldn't a trans woman be very happy that a person asked them that they should wear a bra? Like, isn't that affirming their gender identity as a woman? Why are they getting pissed about this?
Maybe.
That doesn't make any
don't
sense.
know. I don't know the situation.
No, but this is a trans woman who's mad that someone
Sounds
asked
like
them to
someone
wear a
had
bra
cold
under their
nipples.
shirt, under their dress. Why are they mad about that? That doesn't make any sense. That's the exact opposite of what they'd want. They should be ecstatic. Like this, what the fuck are they complaining about?
Maybe they don't like wearing a bra.
Yep. Okay. Well, wait a minute. In this article, the article he had the picture of, the word book doesn't appear.
Really?
Yes. He doesn't talk about anything about books. What the fuck? Wait a minute. What?
Here's an unfun fact for you. The Michigan Access Ideas and Language Earth is one book that changed banning certain topics or books from prison libraries. Even when prisoners...
Jessica Silva reclaims herself after men's prison. Yeah, this is the article. Where's he getting this quote from?
I'm not even allowed to have pepper spray. I am a trans woman, so
Well, what was their crime? Maybe they can't have a weapon.
Can't have pepper spray. The guards come out at you and you fucking pepper spray the guards?
No. They mean after they...
Oh, I thought they meant in prison.
No.
Well, I mean, pepper spray would be useful in prison, obviously.
Well, that's true. Let's see.
And now I can't defend myself. Not allowed to carry a weapon.
Jessica Phoenix Silva, an age 45 inmate incarcerated, pleaded guilty to the possession of child pornography. Oh, God.
Wow.
And 4 months later has failed to register as a sex offender.
Wow. Imagine that. Look who Wisecrack is promoting in his video here. Sitch, you still don't think he's like dog whistling?
Their criminal record also includes a charge of attempted murder in the first degree and interfering with reporting of domestic violence. They also had received numerous infractions for being aggressive and abusive in custody. They were put in solitary confinement for suspicion of starting a riot? Jesus. Okay.
In the prison?
In the prison, yeah.
Does he not know that this person is guilty of possessing child pornography?
Probably not.
Why is this guy should be called Dumb Crack, not Wisecrack?
Yeah. Well, it's just weird because this quote that he brings, I don't see anything about this book quote that he brings up.
Prisoners bought those books themselves. Sylvia argues books can change lives.
That's not in the article. I don't know.
All of this is a completely different context now that we know the charges. Books can change lives.
What kind of books are we talking about?
Fanon's Wretched of the Earth is one book that changed my life. Fanon says, we must elevate the people, expand their minds, equip them, differentiate them, and humanize them. To do this, we must access ideas and language through literature. I
see. So it's a different article, but the article doesn't have a picture of them. So they went with the article. Wait, why do you say that person is black? That's a white person. I'm so confused. What's happening? The person is white.
We can see. We have eyes. Okay.
Why did he call it? He said they're a person of color.
This guy doesn't know jack shit.
What's happening?